Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video. Thank you all the members, all the Patreons. Make sure to subscribe and let's get into it, guys. So yeah, I didn't manage to actually post a video yesterday. I had some troubles with power in my building again. Because why not, right? But still, I had to postpone the videos because I couldn't record. Okay guys, so yeah, let's get to it. So today I actually wanted to take a look on the Phoenix specifically, right? So we are flying out with the F-14B and A to actually take a proper look on the Phoenix, because if you don't know, the Phoenix was actually buffed, just like the Magic missile was kind of buffed, you know, so in the same way. The Fin AOA, basically it's getting there quicker and higher, in a higher angle, right? Meaning that the missile can reach those max Gs of the missile itself a lot sooner and maintain that for a lot longer. It kind of means as well that the missile will lose a little bit more energy, technically, in theory at least, but it means that the missile will turn a lot more. And you will see a lot of kills that I get here. We're going to analyze some of them maybe in the replay afterwards. But at the end of the day, it was kind of a weird thing. By the way, this game, the few things, I mean, it was my first game in the F-14A and I thought my payloads were correct, and it wasn't. I held only one AIM-54 and one AIM-9H, and look at the fuel as well. So yeah, you hate it when something like that happens, but oh well, right? But at the end of the day, you will feel, guys, that it is a buff. It really is, you know. I was pushing these missiles to the limit. I was not only firing at higher altitude targets, people that were not that far away or not that close, you know, that sweet spot of the AIM-54, and I was just spamming missiles like you probably shouldn't, right? But I was trying to get as much data on any of these missiles, and I gotta be honest, the kill ratio of these missiles is a lot better. Here is a clear example of that. This is the A variant, and even though the target was, I mean, he wasn't really going full defensive, he was cranking. He cranked to the right, he cranked to the left, and the missile managed to stay on target and kill the target, something that wouldn't happen before this buff, right? So expect the Phoenix to be a much better missile than it was before. The thing is that, is it worth it to use it over the AIM-7? Maybe not, you know, that's the thing. It's still, at the end of the day, it's just an 18G missile, and it's a missile that it's made for long range. If you use it short range, the missile will not have basically the distance, the time to accelerate to the maximum or to the optimal speed for turning, right? So it means that it might not be a good option to use 4 AIM-54s. It might be a good option to just use 2, fire, or even 1, and fire them in the proper target from very far away, using it like an R27 or something from very far away. If you get a kill, you get a kill, but if not, you still have 4 to 5 sparrows that you can still get kills from longer, or, you know, not that long as well if you want in the distance, right? And as you see, even targets that are flying very low to the ground, and maybe they're trying to evade it or not, it is still a very reliable missile to get kills here and there. Don't expect this thing to, or unless you have a lot of luck, or if you use these missiles properly, don't expect them to have 100% of a hit rate. But to be honest, I had around 25 of all the tests that I did in a normal matches, which is pretty good for an AIM-54 and firing at 50-60 kilometers, especially in the A variant, because you are firing these missiles in a very low BR for such a long distance, right? No missile can do this in these BRs unless it's an R27ER, even in top tier, to be honest. So at the end of the day, you are pushing the limits of BR and missile range and everything like that, and you're still getting kills. Again, I'm spamming missiles here. I'm just not choosing targets carefully. But if you choose the targets carefully, if you choose targets that are flying high especially, I gotta say, it probably ends up being more than 50, maybe 70% of hit rates. You know, it is a really reliable missile for high altitude targets right now, and very like far distances above 50 kilometers, below like 70. So yeah, very good. Again, I mean, I have to reiterate, don't expect this missile to be an R27ER. It will turn like half or even less than half of the amount of turn that an R27 can do. And even in the energy department, although the Phoenix technically has more delta V, if I'm not mistaken, or if it does not, it's very close. The R27 feels like it has more range and more energy retention because it might have less drag. I have to check. This is just me guessing, but it just feels like it does. But anyway, you know, it's still a missile that really makes it up for it if you are careful with your targets, you know. So every single match that I played with this, literally every single match, I got a kill with the AIM-54. Yes, it was spamming 4 missiles every single time, but every single time I got at least 1 kill. So it shows a lot about the improvements over this missile, because the average, I mean, it's kind of a law of average, right? Statistically, if you played before this, you would get not a lot of kills. You know, it's barely 1, even if you spam it, even if you choose the target carefully. Normally people would just outmaneuver the missile without even knowing that the missile was there, right? And now, even when they know that the missile is there, they might not have a chance, right? I mean, these were AIM-7s, but you get the idea, right? So yeah, let's take a look on a replay of one of these games to show a little bit of this missile on the sensors view. Okay, let's get there. Here we are. Let's get to the sensor view, and yeah, you will notice something very interesting in this gameplay. This was kind of a less maneuverability, but it still was kind of a kill that you wouldn't get it too much because the target was flying kind of low to the ground, and this can be a problem sometimes. So yeah, I fired the missiles, and you will see that they can turn very well. So you have to wait, of course, for them to actually get to speed. Look at the amount of acceleration these missiles have. They take a lot of time to accelerate, and this is normal. This is something that you expect from an AIM-54. Still, I mean, look at that. They're still at Mach 2.5. So yeah, but they are already turning a lot when they need to, right? So this missile is trying to get this target. That one, right? And it just didn't get the target because he was flying. Oh no, he was actually targeting that target there. I thought it was the other one. Sorry. But yeah, look at that. The target turned a lot, and even then, it's still maintaining a fairly good amount of energy, right? Look at that. The problem is that it made like a 90-degree turn over here, and then he lost just the amount of energy that it needed. So that was the problem with that one. The other ones, let's see, where are the other ones? There are 2 there. One of them got the target, and the other one basically hit the ground there. So yeah, be aware of targets flying very low to the ground. It doesn't make you hit a target or not. But as you saw in that first replay there, on the first like shot that I did, the missile did like a 90-degree turn to actually get to the target. So yeah, although it is losing energy, it does, like, there's nothing you can do about that. It is still a matter of like, it still has the energy, but it is turning a lot more. That's pretty much what it is, right? So let's take a look on another example here. So here we are launching the missiles, of course. Sorry, my cell phone was doing stuff. Let me change my camera because I don't want that camera. So yeah, it's lofting a lot, as you see, and he can get a lot more speed because of that, obviously. And as you see, all the targets were kind of flying low, right? I shot some of them in these higher altitudes, but even the low altitude ones, they still have a lot of energy. But even then, just because of the altitude of the target and stuff, that one will hit first. Oh no, it didn't, but it almost. What was the target that I hit it here? Now I'm confused. Hold up. Look at that, the amount of turn that missile did. And he hit that target. Jesus Christ, that was good. I don't know if you saw it, but this F-16 over here, he turned a lot, and the missile still hit him. So, yeah, this missile is pretty good right now, guys. Again, don't expect this thing to be a turn fighter, but expect it to be a lot better on that, especially final approach to the target when it goes active, right? So yeah, I see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments what do you think about the performance of the Phoenix. For me, it is pretty good. Still has its problems, but it's worth to take at least one of these missiles, I think, in the F-14. See ya guys, bye, subscribe.